Hey everyone, this is Tina with Content Creators Club, and I'm so excited to walk you through this video on how to create your own AI assistant for under $2 a month. I am so excited to walk through this because I have tested this, used this myself, and it's time for me to show it to you. But if you don't already know who I am, I help content creators, scale their content, impact, and income through no-code workflows, affiliate marketing, as well as email marketing. Today, we're going to have a focus on no-code workflows and really how to really leverage this within your own business. But if you haven't already checked out our weekly newsletter, Creators Club, I highly recommend for you to check it out because it's going to be a really great resource for you to, get weekly tips, resources, and action steps on how to scale your content, impact, and income. So with that being said, go ahead, comment, like, and subscribe, and we'll dive deep into the agenda of this video. So the agenda of this video is that we're going to talk about the problem, the use case that really allowed us to do this, and then we're going to do it with the Draw It With Me plan and what it actually looks like, so the plan to action walkthrough, and then we're going to talk about where you can get this no-code workflow. So let's go ahead and dive right in. So the problem that I often face, and when the whole, nuances of AI came into play, I was like, oh, there's a lot of cool tools about AI, but which tool do I choose? I was trying to find a tool that can easily integrate with Zapier because I want to automate my processes, but it also isn't just ridiculously expensive, right? And so, there's not a lot of tools that fit that criteria, and it's even harder to search and find them. So I thought to myself, there has to be an integration for me to leverage within Zapier, and to my surprise, there was. So if you're someone who just feels like you can't leverage AI without paying a monthly service cost, have no problem. This is kind of like a pay what you, play model. And then if you are kind of tired of finding a ton of tools that don't integrate well with Zapier, that you really want to, do just that, integrate with Zapier, then I'm going to walk you through the process on how to find that tool. And then if you want to be able to leverage AI with your content, streamline your content production, repurposing with AI, and then automate the output of, the content that you create with AI into your workflows, this is definitely the video for you to watch. So let's kind of dive deeper. So let's talk about a little bit about the Draw It With Me plan, as well as just the ingredients and resources that we're going to be used to doing just that. So the Draw It With Me plan. So you're going to be using kind of three tools that I've leveraged to do this, which is Airtable, Zapier, and OpenAI. If you're not familiar with OpenAI, you should be. OpenAI is, I would say, the parent of ChatGPT. ChatGPT is very popular, but most people don't know that OpenAI actually created ChatGPT. So OpenAI, I would say, is a little more powerful than ChatGPT in my personal opinion, because you're going directly to the source instead of, a byproduct of what OpenAI used or created in this case. So now we're going to talk a little bit about the workflow drawings. So the trigger for this could be multiple triggers, but you can use a new record, you can use a file trigger, a Google Docs trigger, choose any trigger that's a content trigger or anything that stores content, right? So in this case, I personally really love Airtable, so we're going to use, a new record with an Airtable as the content trigger. And then basically we're going to make a connection to AI where it's like, do this specific thing, using AI. And what's great, as you can see in many different colors here, is that you can use AI in multitude of different ways, right? You can tell AI to summarize the content that you're using. You could tell AI to write new content for articles, Twitter, all your social media platforms. You could tell AI to write descriptions. Really, the source of creativity is limitless because, you give the prompt to AI directly, and the output that you want to create is right there based on the prompt that you requested. The next thing that you're going to be talking about is to upload the record that you are going to be, taking the AI content just to any specific database where you store your content. Again, I personally use Airtable, but you could do an action of upload the record, upload a file, or you could take the AI specific content and actually upload directly to a social media channel, which we're going to be doing as a use case for today, because there's many different platforms or many different ways that you can use AI, but we're just going to make it simple for purposes of this video. I just want to walk you through on specific ways that you could do based on whatever you choose. So when it comes to this walkthrough tutorial, if you're watching this video, you're watching the tutorial. But if you want to wonder where you can get this template, I definitely recommend for you to review the link in the blog or description. I will say as an affiliate, if there are affiliate links, I recommend and use any products I promote. I do make a commission at no extra cost to you. It's just a great way for you to say thank you during the journey and support me through this process. But if you fill out our proof of purchase form, I can give you a thank you gift for purchasing through our affiliate links. So feel free to do that, and I will continue on with this video. So one of the things that I will say that you're going to need is you're going to need an OpenAI account. The reason why I say that is because you're going to need to have a billing account. Like I mentioned, this workflow is a pay what you use model. So, one of the things that I really like about this model is if you don't use the AI tool, you don't have to pay for it, right? Versus if you were to use, an OpenAI or any tool that leverages AI, you're going to have to pay a monthly fixed cost, which I don't really personally like. But also what's really surprising when I created an OpenAI account and I integrated it into my workflows is that when I was using this full-blown throughout my content process, I think only max my billing was like $2 a month. And the thing is that, you can create a lot of content using their integration and you don't have to pay a lot of money for it. So if you really were to think about it and you want to deep diver, you could just, think about like, wow, like I'm using this tool and it only costs me $2 a month, while you can use an AI writer, which is like probably at a minimum like 10 or 20. Whatever works, you choose your decision, but you want to create an OpenAI account for this specific purpose. So let's get into your workflow, but I just want to walk you through what you need to do in order to get this up and running. Now, when it comes to creating your own AI tool, definitely feel free to use this tutorial. You can use a new record with an Airtable or a new document and folder in Google Docs. For purposes of this, we used a Google Docs. So we went ahead and created events within a new document and folder. Select the account that you're using, and then if you choose the folder that you want to choose, you can do that as well. Test, find the content that you're going to be testing the data with. And then if you want to do, use AI to create a Twitter post, you can create a Twitter post where you send a prompt as the action, press continue, choose the account that you're using, and then you could choose the model. I personally really like to use Text DaVinci 003. That's the one that's already, pre-populated. It's the one that I use most often. But basically what you're going to do is you're going to map the content, right? So if you need it for your purposes, take file raw plain text content. That is usually the data you're mapping. So that is the text within my Google Docs. And I say summarize this content into a Twitter post. Very similar. Very simple. And then basically that is the text where it's start a newsletter without burnout. If you like that, then feel free to post it to Twitter, where you could just post it to Twitter and you can create a tweet in Twitter and then it automatically posts on your behalf. So as you can see the tweet URL. That is what it is. Now, if you wanted to edit the content for whatever reason, I would recommend using the formatter by Zapier step if you want to do, but this is just a very simple, what it looks like in practice. But, this is just an example of a testament where you can use, anything with AI in terms of you can, say, take this content and write an article for me, take this content, create a Twitter post, create a LinkedIn post, anything, again, that works best for you. So there is no limit to what you decide to create with AI. It's just based on the prompt that you create with it, right? And this only triggers if, this actually, is a new document within the folder. Like I said, bringing it back to a pay what you play model. So if you only are using this within your integrations within Zapier, then you only pay if you are calling upon the integration, which is OpenAI. So I hope that this has been helpful for you if you want to figure out how to create your own AI tool for less than $2 a month. I haven't paid more than $2 personally, but I think this is a great example on something to bring to your attention. So if you like this video, feel free to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you